Hello, this is Dr. Jason McClellan coming to you from Hampton Veterinary Hospital, and today I'd like to talk to you about parasite prevention in your dog. So there are a number of different parasites out there. We recommend at least once a year parasite testing of our feces to look for any intestinal parasites your dog might pick up by eating things on the ground, especially other animal stools. Things like roundworms, hookworms, whipworms, tapeworms, giardia. Those are the things that we can commonly see infect dogs. We see it very commonly in young puppies coming from any situation like rescue groups, breeders, what have you. So it's very, very common to get them from their mothers. And so we want to test and prevent and treat. Other parasites we see are transmitted by mosquitoes, and that's heartworm disease. It's more prevalent in the south as in the deep south, on the Mississippi Delta areas, as they have longer mosquito seasons. They really have mosquitoes year round, but we certainly have long and variable mosquito seasons here in New England, and we recommend regular heartworm prevention as well. And then the last parasite area that we recommend treating against is fleas, which can cause infections in our house between animals, as well as severe allergies. And then the big one being tick-borne diseases. Ticks, we more commonly know things like Lyme disease here in New England, but they can also carry many other diseases like Ehrlichia, anaplasmosis, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, just to name a few. And studies have shown time and time again that most ticks don't carry one disease. They tend to carry multiple and transmit it through the tick bites. The good thing is that nowadays, in the last 8 years or so, we have prescription level flea and tick and heartworm and intestinal parasite preventives that help prevent against that. In fact, we have all-in-ones like Credelio Quattro that we can use. Others are Simparica Trio to help prevent regularly and treat against heartworm, intestinal parasites, fleas, and ticks. We always want to do this safely and effectively, and these medications do so. So over the years for fleas and ticks, early on we had balms and powders and mousses for fleas. Most were ineffective, and a lot of them are not safe. Over-the-counter products do not have to prove they're safe or effective to be put on the shelves, but FDA-approved prescription systemic that goes inside the body flea and tick preventives do have to prove that they're safe and effective, and these medications are incredibly effective. With the advent of these prescription flea and tick medications, we've seen a significant drop in tick-borne disease, like almost to the point where you nearly can fully prevent tick-borne disease like Lyme disease being transmitted to your dog and your cat by utilizing all year round monthly prescription flea and tick products like Credelio or Bravecto. And so with that, we test every year for flea and tick-borne diseases and heartworm disease and intestinal parasites. But we've seen a precipitous drop in tick-borne disease spread with the advent and use of year-round, again I keep stressing year-round, prescription-level flea and tick and heartworm medications. So that is the way to go. By far, if we can prevent common disease from happening and making our pets happier and healthier just like you want, keep you out of the veterinary office unnecessarily. This is one of my strongest recommendations, is to use flea and tick medications here in New England and heartworm year-round, as our seasons are incredibly variable and our lives are very, very busy. So set an alarm on your smartphone to remind you once every month to give that medication. Typically they're chewable. Most dogs like them. If not, some of these have topical formulations, or we even have once a year injections for heartworm, and now a flea and tick once a year preventive injection made by Merck for Bravecto as well. So please ask your veterinarian about this. Incredibly important things we can do to prevent disease easily, safely, and effectively to keep your dog and your cats happier and healthier. I'll talk about cats on another video.